Hey guys, welcome back. We are in video 9 of our Coach Basics training, and today we're talking about a crazy important topic, following up. You are going to be following up with all of these people that you've connected with. So you've been posting on social media 3 to 5 times a day. People have been loving your stuff, commenting on it, liking it, and you've been adding those names to your contact list. You've been reaching out to those people by either inviting them to challenge groups, or maybe you've just sent them a message to open up a conversation and start connecting. So now that you've started doing all of these things, it's time to follow up with those people. When you're following up with people, it's typically with people who haven't responded to a message that you sent, or maybe they haven't responded to an invite that you sent. Or maybe it's someone that you've sent information to and you just want to follow up to make sure that they've gotten the information and that they've looked it over. I'm going to be totally honest. Following up is probably one of the most difficult things to do because a lot of times we might feel like this is pesky or that we're annoying them or bothering them. But I promise you, when you are following up with someone, it is truly showing them that you care about them. It is showing them that you are investing time to follow up with them to make sure they understand everything that you've shared with them or to understand what it is exactly that you're doing. When you don't follow up with them, it's like showing them that you don't care. We don't want to be someone who sends people a link and hope with our fingers crossed that they buy. That's not what we do. We want to help them. So we want to show them the value of this. And the value of you is following up with them and showing them that you're going to be there for them, whether they're not ready or they are ready. So when you're following up, you are really showing them what your service is all about, and you're showing them as a coach how valuable you will be because you're not going to give up on them. Okay, so honestly, it takes most people at least like 3 to 5 to sometimes 10 follow up before they're ready to commit. So even if you're following up and they're not responding, or you're following up and they're not ready yet, that's okay. That doesn't mean you mark them off of your contact list. That means you put that person in your back pocket and you follow up with them again later. Okay, so these people, I promise, are watching you on social media. So if you're posting consistently, you're showing up every day on your social media page, they're going to be thinking about you and they're going to be thinking about that initial conversation that you've had with them. So we got to follow up with these people because the magic is in the follow up. This following up, like I said, it's not selling, it's all about building relationships with people and getting to know them better. So, when you're following up, you typically follow up within a week. So, for example, if you sent someone a message and they just never responded, then follow up with them and say something like, "Hey, I'm just checking in to make sure that you got my last message. What do you think?" I always like to, when I follow up, I always like to end my message with a question because it usually brings some sort of response back. So typically they'll say, "Yeah, I saw your last message. Sorry, I totally forgot to respond." Or, "Yeah, I got your last message. Maybe now's not the best time." So whatever they say is totally fine, but you just want to start that initial follow up to get some sort of response back. So some other good things to ask them in a follow-up, depending on what the situation is. If you sent them information or you sent them a video of one of our fitness programs, you may be following up and just saying, "Hey, just checking in to make sure that the video worked okay. Did you have any questions about what you saw? I just want to help." Okay, simple as that. Another thing that I like to do of people that maybe had responded to me, but they weren't ready. Okay, those are people that maybe I'll follow up with in a week or two, and I'll just say, "Hey, I was thinking about you and wanted to touch base with you really quick just to see how things are going. How are you doing?" Again, I'm ending it in that question, "How are you?" so that I get some sort of response. Following up regularly with your customers that you get on as well is key. So when someone does join your groups and they have you as their coach, it is so important to follow up with those customers you have too, especially when they're first getting started. You want to help them get started with their challenge pack, but then you also want to touch base with them in Messenger or through text or person to person, especially in those first couple months that they're joining you, because you want to make sure that they're staying on track. Your goal as a coach is to get people to join you, but then once they join you, you want to help them get the best results that they signed up for. So making sure that you're following up with prospects that you've reached out to but maybe haven't responded or weren't ready, or you're following up with customers that have already purchased with you, but you want to make sure that they're on track to get the best results. Thanks so much, guys, for popping in today and watching this video. Your daily action items for today are to take a look at this follow-up guide that I'm going to share in the comment section below. But then I also want you to follow up with everyone that you've reached out to, but maybe they haven't responded back to you right away. Okay, guys? I'm here to help you any way that I can, so don't hesitate to shoot me a message or your coach a message if you need help with anything that we've talked about so far. Have an awesome day.